I'm going to share 7 things that you should never do on your artist website. Hi, I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. Normally, Thursdays are social media tips for artists, but I think I'm going to start including a few website tips for you guys too, because I keep seeing some of the same very frightening mistakes made over and over again. You've only got a few seconds to capture your audience's attention when they visit your website. Don't give them extra reasons to leave by using these bad web design tools. First is music. In the early days of the internet, web designers liked to include every bell and whistle they could come up with on websites that they designed. One of these atrocities was adding music that automatically played on websites as soon as you open the page. This is sort of like having a whole group of gang members stand outside your storefront and still expect people to come in to shop. Adding music to your website is one of the fastest ways to get people to leave your site. But Lisa, I put an option that you can turn off the music. Very few people are going to take the time to look for that button. They're just going to click off the website. So do not put music on your website. Number 2, animations. Just because you can put a butterfly flapping its wings or sparkly stars as your background does not mean that you should. Those animations draw people's attention away from the text that you want them to read or your artwork. Your eyes are automatically going to be drawn to that movement, so you do not want to add those animations to your website. Number 3, bold and bright colors. I know we're artists. We like colors. I totally get that. I personally hate white. White walls, white websites, I just don't like white. I am certainly not saying that you have to go with flat white for your website, although that is a safe option that a lot of artists go with and swear by. You want to avoid fluorescent colors or colors like bright red or orange. I recently went to an artist's website and their whole background was red. I don't remember the artist's name. I don't remember their artwork. I don't remember anything I don't even remember what medium they worked in, but I do remember red and that I quickly left the website because it was the most obnoxious back color. It was bad. Those very bold colors will draw attention away from your work, which is not your goal here. A lot of artists like to use black as their background, and black does make your artwork look very nice, but watch where you're putting your text because a lot of people will just use white text, which is the safer way to go when using a black background, but it can be very hard for some people's eyes to read. So keep that in mind if you do choose black. Safer options would be tones like soft grays or tans, those sort of things, cream colors. These are easy on most people's eyes, and that way if you don't want to go with flat white, these are options for you. My website, I have a grayish teal color that I have as my background, and a lot of people would say that that's too bold. So obviously, I'm not one who's going to tell you you have to go with white, because I do like to have a little bit of color, but try to keep it fairly neutral. Number 4, over-organizing. How can you over-organize something? That makes no sense. If I click on gallery and then have to decide, do I want to look at the person's graphite work or their oil paintings or their acrylic paintings? And then once I click that, I have to choose, do I want to look at their realism or their portraits or their landscapes? Yeah, I'm just done at that point. You don't want too many options on your website. Keep it very, very simple. If in your gallery you want to organize your work within that gallery on one page, like have the upper section of your page be your portraits and then it moves down to your surreal work, whatever, that's okay. But if people have to click several different links to get to what they want to find, you're going to lose them in most cases. Number 5, too much or not enough text. I had a hard time with this myself because I wanted the artwork to speak for itself. But search engines don't understand that. Search engines have no idea what my paintings are of if I don't include text including that information. Now, I'm not saying that you should write a novel either, because that will also turn people away. Try to write something that will fit on Twitter. This is short enough that people would read, it gives you enough of a description so that the search engines are going to find it, but it's also not too overwhelming to where people are like, oh, I don't want to read that right now. If you write a novel about every single thing, nobody's going to read it. Number 6, describing yourself with boastful adjectives. I remember an artist several years ago, I don't even think she still does art, but on her website she compared herself with the old masters. It kind of turned her into a joke because she wasn't actually very good. So anyone who saw this just snickered at her. And I don't normally laugh at another artist's work. It's a journey. We all go through stages in our skill level. But because she compared her work to that of the old masters, she was just opening herself up for extra criticism. If you've painted something that is absolutely gorgeous, let the viewer decide that it's beautiful. Don't tell them how to feel about it. You can explain what it is, what your goals were. Maybe your goals were to paint a beautiful forest. That is way different than saying beautiful artwork by insert your name here. Number 7, welcome, click here to enter. Luckily, we're not seeing this so much on websites anymore. I still do occasionally see on artists' pages, they've got this splash page that just has their welcome and their name. First off, don't say welcome to your web page, even if it's on your main page, not a splash page. Kind of like saying water is wet. Yeah, we get it. We know. Obviously, they're welcome if you made a public website. You don't want to fill your website full of unnecessary text. Include the good stuff that's going to keep them interested. But what's worse than that is that actual click here to enter. Why? Why would you? What is the point of that? You want to put the information that they're going to be most interested in right on your front page. Don't give your viewers extra work. You've got about 8 seconds to capture their attention. If it takes them longer than that to find what they need, chances are you just lost them. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, I have new video critiques every Tuesday where I'm critiquing your original paintings or drawings, my own speed paintings, drawings, and tutorials every Wednesday, social media tips for artists each Thursday, and artist vlogs every weekend. So if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Google+, all those social media sites. The links are below in the video description where you can keep up with news, my newest work, and see real-time clips of whatever it is I'm currently working on. I'll see you guys this weekend for the artist vlog.